Siona God, hello all. Good afternoon, and Wado, thank you for watching. So this is part 5 of reading the document pages that Bing's AI co-pilot told me to print off and to read myself and also share so that others can know that they gaslit us with those 35,000 email, whatever it was, right? There were no emails. Those were depositions put into email form so people can read through them very quickly. As you can see, watching these other videos, it's difficult to read these court reporter dills. The easiest thing to read are the articles that he's mentioned in. And so the article that I read before on the Daily Mail literally did not mention him except for on the side where it was like clickbait stuff, and it was Vivica Fox saying how she was leaving Celebrity Apprentice or whatever, and that he is not a racist, but she's no longer a supporter of his. So he actually wasn't mentioned in the article. Anyway, and so in the collective, these pages, he's only mentioned 35 times. And that's on all of these documents. Now, I didn't print them because it's like thousands upon thousands of pages. I just printed the ones that he was actually specifically mentioned in. And then if there was a subsequent page after that, so put everything in context, I went ahead and printed that page and I read it in succession. Anyway, moving on. This is from June 15, 2016, and I can't read the case number again because it's double printed. They typed it over each other. I'm not really sure why, but anyway. And so this is from the Daily Mail. You can look it up and read it in its entirety yourself. And it's www.dailymail.co.uk/news/article-1363452/bill-clinton-15-year-old-masuss-claims-epsteins with an s-girl.html. So those dashes, when you do that, it makes it to where you can actually get to that thing specifically and weed out everything else. It's like telling the computer where to look. So it says under this picture at the top, guest Virginia says she also met former Vice President Al Gore, pictured right with Mr. Clinton. So in the body of it, it says last summer, the Gores abruptly announced that they were ending their supposedly fairy tale marriage, and just weeks later it emerged that Mr. Gore, the famously sanctimonious global warming disciple, had been accused of trying to force sex on a woman with whom he'd booked a therapeutic massage at an Oregon hotel. I had no clue that anything was up, Virginia says. The Gores seemed like a beautiful couple when I met them. All I knew was that Mr. Gore was a friend of Jeffrey's and Ghislaine's. Jeffrey didn't ask me to give him a massage. There might have been a couple of other girls there on that trip, but I could never have imagined this guy would do anything wrong. I was planning to vote for him when I turned 18. I thought he was awesome. Virginia said that yet another American liberal icon, President Obama's Middle East peace envoy, Senator George Mitchell, excuse me, frequently visited Epstein's New York residence. Mr. Mitchell, aged 77, who previously led America's Northern Ireland Peace Initiative, was very close to Jeffrey, Virginia recalled. He is very clean cut. You wouldn't think of him being part of Jeffrey's crew. So that was this picture right here of Bill with Gore. The next picture says, scandal, U.S. authorities want to interview Jeffrey Epstein left and may wish to quiz his friend Prince Andrew. Epstein's contacts book contains a work and home telephone number for the senator. Another acquaintance was Israel Defense Secretary Ehud Barak, Ehud-Barak, whose spokesman told the Mail on Sunday Mr. Barak did attend several small functions in Mr. Epstein's home in New York that were usually attended by leading businessmen, university presidents, Nobel Prize laureates, and prominent public figures. So here we go again, because this is Daily Mail. You got clickbait on the side. And that clickbait, it's got these little teasers to get you to click on it, right? These little quick synopses. So now all of those folks are now in the Epstein files, okay? So we just want to let them have a normal life. Blake Lively reveals her parenthood plans now that baby number 2 is on its way, and why she fell in love with Ryan Reynolds. So now her and Ryan Reynolds are listed in the Epstein files. Back to work. Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth temporarily go their separate ways after very public dinner date in New York City. So now Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth are mentioned in there. Ivanka Trump shares morning snap of baby Thea watching her get ready as she admits admits in that she wakes up at 5:30 a.m. and goes to work with her hair wet. So far we've got Blake Lively right here, Miley Cyrus and Liam, and now we have Ivanka, and there's a picture of her baby in there. They could be sisters. Princess Mary of Denmark and Duchess of Cambridge look strikingly similar as they enjoy a catch-up at Royal Ascot. They are now in the files. Brooke Shields' stalker grins walking into court with trial entering third day after judge hears actress's tearful testimony about man coming to home. So hold on a minute. You want to ruin the careers of people who are mentioned up in here? So these people here on the side have nothing to do with what's going on, unless you look and see that they have done something crazy, right? But they are all mentioned in here strictly just from these photos. So like say I was taken a picture of and put in here, and because somebody famous was over my shoulder or whatever it was, right? And it's like onlooker Lisa HAIR-PLEMONS, right? Now I'm in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to do your own research and find out, and you can do that at the Black Vault. Go to theblackvault.com, and then you can search the Epstein files yourself, okay? And you want to search the ones that have been processed, because the ones that are unprocessed, I think those are the ones that have like redactions across the board. The processed ones means that they've uncovered majority of the names or whatever. So that's probably where people are like, oh, it's redacted, because they're going through unprocessed. Anyway, because they don't want to inadvertently out somebody that needs to be protected because they are still a minor or whatever it is. So Brooke Shields' stalker grins walking into court with trial entering third day after judge hears. Yeah, okay, so, right, yeah. So Brooke Shields is there mixing business with pleasure. Bodysuit-clad E.J. Johnson gets in some retail therapy before filming his yet-to-air New York reality show. So, oh, that's the dude from America's Next Top Model, right? Anyway, Seth Meyers bans Trump from appearing on NBC's Late Night. Now, that picture isn't there, but it doesn't matter because now Seth Meyers is in the Epstein files right there. So there's the dude from Next Top Model, there's Brooke Shields and the stalker. Anyway, and the other reasons why the names were redacted was because they were victims at one point, but then in the files you can find that they actually started recruiting from Jeffrey. So at what point do you stop being a victim and then you start becoming like implicit in, you know, the crimes that are being committed? So I don't know when that is, but let me see if I have something shorter. Well, I don't, and I don't want to make, let's see. Ooh, maybe this one. Okay, this one says case 115 tax CB tax 07433 tax RWS document 435 tax 3 filed 9/15/16 page 5 of 6. Lived in Palm Beach, though I do not, and there's another thing, I don't know why it had me print that one out because I don't think Trump's name was mentioned in it. Anyway. Lived in Palm Beach, though I do not know her last name. As I have said, I never saw Mr. Dershowitz around young girls. I have also explained that there were masseuses, both male and female, that were in their mid-40s. I never saw Mr. Dershowitz do anything improper or be present while anyone else was being improper. Being asked about Jeffrey Epstein speaking to celebrities at the house, the attorney for Jane Doe 102, remember that's the Virginia lady, asked me about Jean-Luc Brunel, Mark Epstein, Daniel Estes, Matt Groening, and Leslie Wexner. Isn't Matt Groening the guy who did like those cartoons or something like that? Like, is that the Simpsons guy or something? I don't know. I then listed Senator Mitchell, Prince Andrew, Princess Sarah Ferguson, Miss Yugoslavia, Miss Germany, Alan Dershowitz, Princess Diana's secretary with her children, Mr. Trump, Mr. Robert Kennedy Jr., Frederick Fekkai, F-E-K-K-A-I, and a couple Nobel Prize winners as celebrities that I had seen while working for Mr. Epstein. I also mentioned a reunion of Nobel Prize winners that was held at the house, and that I met President Clinton at Mr. Epstein's plane the last month that I was working for Mr. Epstein. Summary of my interaction with Virginia Roberts. The first time I saw Virginia Roberts was at Mar-a-Lago, where I believe she worked in the spa. I only recall seeing Virginia Roberts come to Mr. Epstein's house during the last year that I worked for Mr. Epstein. During this time, I believe she visited Mr. Epstein's home in Palm Beach 2 or 3 times a week. I never saw any photographs of Virginia Roberts in Mr. Epstein's house. I was shown a photo of Virginia Roberts during my deposition, and I recognized the woman in the photo as Virginia Roberts. As I stated in my deposition, I am not sure whether Virginia Roberts came to the house when Prince Andrew was there. And it says page 4 at the bottom. All right, don't go hang, go, love you, mean it.